Success is not an overnight achievement. It's the result of consistent action, strategic planning, and unwavering commitment. And when it comes to making lasting changes in your life, there's one perfect time frame to create a powerful transformation, and that is 6 months. You might wonder, why 6 months? In 6 months, you can build the foundation of new habits, eliminate limiting beliefs, and gain momentum that will push you towards your goals. It's enough time to create meaningful changes, but short enough to maintain focus and motivation. 6 months is that sweet spot between a distant goal and immediate results. But this transformation doesn't happen by chance. It happens when you take intentional action, step by step with a clear purpose and the right mindset. Today, I'm going to take you on a journey through a 6-month blueprint that will help you unlock your true potential and turn your dreams into reality. Stay with me for the next few minutes as I reveal the steps you can take to make these 6 months the most transformative of your life. Let's dive in. Number 1, defining what you want. The first step in achieving anything meaningful in life is to clearly define what you want. Without a precise goal, you are simply wandering aimlessly. This is especially true when it comes to a 6-month transformation plan. The power of a 6-month time frame lies in its ability to focus your energy, time, and resources toward a singular purpose. To achieve that, you need clarity. Clarity on what you want to accomplish. It's not enough to have vague dreams or distant aspirations. You need to be specific about your goals, whether they relate to your health, career, personal growth, or relationships. Start by asking yourself, what do I truly want to achieve in the next 6 months? This question is the foundation upon which your transformation will be built. Break down your vision into clear, measurable objectives. For instance, instead of just saying, I want to get fit, define it more precisely as I want to lose 10 pounds and improve my endurance by running 3 miles without stopping. Instead of, I want to grow my business, say, I want to increase my monthly sales by 25% and acquire 50 new clients. Specificity is key to creating a roadmap that will guide your actions. Write these goals down, making them tangible. Seeing your desires in writing not only makes them real, but it also gives you something concrete to look at daily, reminding you of what you're working towards. Once you've written your goals down, break them into smaller, actionable steps. 6 months is a manageable period of time, but it can still feel overwhelming if you think about the entire journey at once. By breaking your larger goals into smaller, digestible tasks, you make them feel more achievable. For example, if your goal is to improve your physical fitness, create a weekly workout schedule. If your goal is to grow your career, outline a plan for learning new skills, networking, and applying for opportunities. The more detailed you can get, the better. Also, it's important to think about why these goals matter to you. Understanding the why behind your goals will fuel your motivation and help you stay committed. For example, if you want to improve your health, think about the long-term benefits, more energy, better mood, and the ability to enjoy life to the fullest. If you're aiming for a career advancement, consider how achieving this goal will improve your financial freedom and personal fulfillment. Knowing why you want something will help you push through obstacles when the going gets tough. Defining what you want in life is more than just creating a list of goals. It's about crafting a vision that resonates with you on a deep level. When your goals align with your passions and purpose, they become more than tasks to check off. They become your driving force, propelling you to take action every single day. And when you work with clarity and purpose, you set the stage for an incredible 6-month transformation that can lay the foundation for even greater success in the future. Number 2, shaping your responses. Your mindset is one of the most powerful tools you have when it comes to achieving success. It shapes how you respond to every situation, how you approach challenges, and how you view the world around you. The way you think influences the actions you take and ultimately determines your future. That's why shaping your responses, especially when facing adversity or uncertainty, is crucial for long-term success. In the next 6 months, your mindset will play a pivotal role in your transformation. A positive and growth-oriented mindset will empower you to push past obstacles, stay focused on your goals, and create meaningful change. To shape your responses effectively, it all starts with self-awareness. The first step is to become conscious of the thoughts you entertain. Our minds are constantly filled with thoughts, many of which are automatic and unconscious. Some of these thoughts are empowering, while others can be limiting or negative. To transform your life in 6 months, you need to recognize the difference and choose the thoughts that align with the person you want to become. This awareness will allow you to catch yourself in moments of self-doubt or fear, replacing those thoughts with ones that are empowering and constructive. Instead of thinking, "This is too hard," you might tell yourself, "I can handle this, I just need to take it one step at a time." Next, focus on developing a mindset of growth and resilience. Success is not linear. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments when things don't go according to plan. This is inevitable, but it's also what makes the journey worthwhile. Instead of being discouraged by obstacles, see them as opportunities for growth. A growth mindset embraces failure as a necessary part of the learning process. Every failure is a lesson in what works and what doesn't, providing valuable feedback that you can use to adjust and keep moving forward. When you face challenges, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" rather than, "Why did this happen to me?" In addition to developing a growth mindset, it's important to focus on consistency. Transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of small, consistent actions taken every day. While inspiration and motivation are powerful, they are fleeting. Discipline, on the other hand, is what will carry you through the ups and downs of the next 6 months. It's about making the choice to do the right thing, even when it's hard, uncomfortable, or inconvenient. Consistent effort over time will build the momentum you need to succeed. Whether it's sticking to your workout routine, dedicating time to learning a new skill, or following through with daily tasks that bring you closer to your goals, consistency is the key that will unlock your potential. Furthermore, it's crucial to focus on the fundamentals. Too often, we get distracted by flashy tactics or shortcuts that promise quick results. However, success in any area of life is built on a foundation of strong, basic principles. Whether you're working on personal development, building a business, or improving your health, consistently focusing on the fundamentals is what produces lasting success. In the case of physical fitness, this might mean focusing on the basics of nutrition and exercise. For business growth, it might mean dedicating time to customer relationships and improving your skills. By mastering the fundamentals, you'll create a solid foundation for continued progress in the long term. As you move forward with your 6-month plan, remember that your responses will shape your results. How you respond to challenges, how you think about setbacks, and how you approach daily actions will determine whether or not you reach your goals. By cultivating a positive, growth-focused mindset, embracing consistency, and sticking to the fundamentals, you'll position yourself for success. And in 6 months, when you look back, you'll see just how powerful the right mindset can be in shaping your transformation. Number 3, the power of your circle. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your success. Your social circle, whether it's family, friends, colleagues, or mentors, can either elevate you or hold you back in your 6-month transformation journey. The people around you will play a crucial role in shaping your mindset, behaviors, and actions. That's why it's vital to carefully choose who you spend your time with. Surrounding yourself with positive, inspiring individuals who share your values and aspirations will significantly increase your chances of success. These are the people who will support you during difficult times, challenge you to be better, and celebrate your victories. The first step in harnessing the power of your circle is to evaluate the people currently in your life. Take a moment to assess the relationships you have, who energizes you and who drains you, who inspires you to grow and who holds you back with negativity or doubt. The people who drain your energy are often the ones who bring you down with their pessimism, doubts, or toxic behaviors. While it's important to be compassionate and understanding with others, it's equally important to protect your own energy. If certain relationships are consistently bringing negativity into your life, it may be time to distance yourself, or at the very least, limit your interaction with these individuals during this period of transformation. On the other hand, seek out people who inspire and motivate you. These are individuals who are living proof that success is possible, who have achieved what you want to achieve, or who are on the same journey as you. These people could be mentors, coaches, or even peers who share a similar drive to grow. The power of being in a circle of like-minded individuals cannot be overstated. When you spend time with people who are focused, disciplined, and driven, you are more likely to adopt those same traits. Their energy and determination become contagious, and their success serves as a constant reminder that transformation is possible. The best part is that you don't need to have access to high-level professionals or celebrities to benefit from an inspiring circle. Surround yourself with individuals who are genuinely committed to their personal growth, and you will see how much it influences your own journey. In addition to seeking out people who uplift you, It's important to be intentional about how you engage with them. Regularly connect with your support system, whether that's through weekly meetings, phone calls, or messages. This creates accountability and fosters a deeper sense of connection and collaboration. Sharing your progress, challenges, and goals with others not only provides external motivation, but also holds you accountable to your commitments. When you openly share your ambitions, the people around you are more likely to encourage and challenge you to stay on track. Moreover, the power of your circle extends beyond just the people you know personally. Consider the resources and content you engage with on a daily basis. The books you read, the podcasts you listen to, and the online communities you follow all contribute to the type of influence that shapes your life. Make sure that the information and people you are exposing yourself to align with your goals and inspire you to be your best self. If you're serious about transformation, you should be deliberate about consuming content that challenges your thinking, teaches you new skills, and helps you grow. As you embark on your 6-month transformation, remember that you don't have to go through it alone. The right people in your circle can provide support, wisdom, and encouragement when you need it most. The impact of those around you is immeasurable, and by carefully curating your circle, you'll position yourself for success. The people you choose to invest your time and energy in can either propel you forward or slow you down. Make sure your circle reflects the person you want to become and the goals you're determined to achieve. Number 4, tracking progress. Tracking your progress is one of the most powerful tools you can use to stay on course toward your goals. It provides you with concrete evidence of how far you've come, helps you adjust when necessary, and motivates you to keep going. Without tracking your progress, it's easy to feel lost or discouraged when results aren't immediate. Progress doesn't always show up in dramatic shifts, and this is where tracking becomes essential. By keeping a journal or log of your daily activities, challenges, and breakthroughs, you gain clarity on your actions and the impact they're having on your transformation. Over the next 6 months, tracking your progress will be a critical part of your success. The first step in tracking is to establish a clear system. Whether you choose a physical notebook, a digital app, or a spreadsheet, find a method that works for you and is easy to maintain. Start by noting down your goals and breaking them into smaller, actionable tasks. Each day, write down what you did to move closer to these tasks. This could include the books you read, the workouts you completed, or the steps you took to build a relationship or grow your business. By documenting your actions, you begin to see patterns and trends that help you understand what works and what doesn't. This visibility can be incredibly motivating as you begin to see that every small action counts. It's also important to track not just what you've accomplished, but how you feel throughout the process. Emotions often play a big role in your ability to stay committed to your goals. If you're feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, note that down. Tracking your emotional state can give you valuable insight into your mindset and provide clues on what you need to adjust. For instance, if you notice that your motivation dips after certain activities or experiences, you can take proactive steps to address those triggers before they derail your progress. The key here is to be honest with yourself. Tracking isn't just about recording the positives, but also the challenges you face. By being open and honest about your progress, you set yourself up for personal growth and improvement. Another effective strategy is to set weekly or monthly check-ins with yourself. At the end of each week, review your journal or log and take stock of how much you've accomplished. Celebrate small victories, no matter how insignificant they might seem. It's these small wins that build momentum and keep your spirits high. At the same time, assess areas where you may have fallen short and think about how you can improve moving forward. Regularly checking in on your progress keeps you connected to your goals and reinforces your commitment to your 6-month plan. If something isn't working, you can pivot and adjust your approach without losing sight of the bigger picture. In addition to tracking daily actions, consider incorporating the power of small daily actions like reading 10 pages of a book, writing a daily affirmation, or practicing mindfulness. These may seem small, but over time they add up. In fact, consistency in these daily actions is often what makes the most significant difference in achieving long-term transformation. Each page you read, each small decision you make, compounds and contributes to the overall progress you're making. As you track your progress, you'll not only have a visual representation of your growth, but also a source of motivation. Seeing how far you've come in just a few weeks or months can fuel your determination to keep going. Remember, transformation doesn't always happen in leaps and bounds. It's the result of consistent, focused effort. Tracking provides you with the evidence that every step forward matters, and every action you take is bringing you closer to your ultimate goal. Number 5. Invest in yourself. One of the most important investments you can make during your 6-month transformation is in yourself. Far too often, people neglect personal growth and self-education, thinking that formal education or external achievements are the only paths to success. However, the truth is that investing in yourself, your knowledge, skills, and well-being will yield the highest returns. In the next 6 months, dedicating time, money, and effort to your personal development will be a game changer. Whether it's learning new skills, enhancing your emotional intelligence, or simply improving your physical health, every step you take toward personal growth is an investment in your future. The first aspect of investing in yourself is prioritizing self-education. While traditional education has its place, it is not always the key to unlocking your potential. In today's fast-paced world, information is more accessible than ever, and it's essential to take control of your own learning. This could mean reading books, taking online courses, attending seminars, or listening to podcasts that help you grow in your desired area of transformation. The more knowledge you acquire, the more equipped you will be to handle challenges and make informed decisions. Invest in books that inspire, educate, and challenge your thinking. Seek out courses that offer practical skills and tools that can directly impact your goals. The key is to be proactive about your learning and constantly seek new ways to expand your horizons. Moreover, self-education is not limited to professional development. Personal growth also involves emotional, mental, and physical well-being. If you want to transform your life in 6 months, you must also invest in your health. This could mean committing to a fitness routine, adopting a healthier diet, or learning stress management techniques, such as meditation or mindfulness. The stronger and healthier you are physically, the better you will be able to take on the challenges of your transformation. Your mental and emotional health are just as important. Take time to develop practices that help you stay centered, focused, and resilient. Journaling, therapy, meditation, or spending time in nature are all ways to nurture your mental and emotional health, which directly influences your overall success. Investing in yourself also means surrounding yourself with the right tools, resources, and people. The environment you create plays a significant role in your ability to succeed. Whether it's building a workspace that helps you stay focused, investing in productivity tools, or joining a community of like-minded individuals, setting yourself up with the right resources is a vital step in your journey. Tools like planners, apps, and online platforms can make it easier to stay organized and focused. Communities, whether in person or online, offer support, accountability, and the chance to learn from others who are on a similar path. Being around people who are committed to their own growth will motivate you to keep going, even when things get tough. Another important aspect of investing in yourself is learning to manage your time effectively. Time is the most valuable resource you have, and how you choose to spend it will directly impact your progress. Prioritize activities that align with your goals and eliminate distractions. Set clear boundaries with your time and make sure that the majority of your focus is directed toward activities that push you forward. Being strategic about how you spend your time is a crucial investment that pays off in the long run. Finally, remember that investing in yourself is not an expense, it's a long-term gain. The more you invest in your growth, the greater the return you will receive. Your personal development is the most valuable asset you have, and the results will show in every aspect of your life. Whether you're working on building a career, improving your relationships, or enhancing your well-being, every effort you put into yourself will come back tenfold. Over the next 6 months, make the decision to invest in your future by dedicating time and resources to your personal growth. The transformation you will experience will be a testament to the power of self-investment. Number 6, the power of small changes. One of the most powerful principles you can embrace in your 6-month transformation is the idea that small, consistent changes lead to significant results over time. It's easy to become overwhelmed when you think about all the things you need to change in order to improve your life. However, the secret to long-lasting transformation is not about making drastic, overnight changes. Instead, it's about committing to small, incremental improvements each day. Over the course of 6 months, these small changes will compound, creating a massive impact on your overall progress. By improving just 1% every day, you will set yourself on a path of steady growth that, when looked at over time, becomes remarkable. The concept of small changes is rooted in the idea of compounding, similar to how money in a savings account grows exponentially over time with consistent deposits. Just as investing a small amount regularly results in significant wealth in the long run, making small improvements daily leads to significant personal development. It's the little things. Reading a book for 15 minutes every day exercising for 30 minutes, eating one healthier meal, or learning a new skill that accumulate to create big results. When you focus on making small improvements every day, you make steady progress without feeling the burden of overwhelming goals. These small changes are manageable, less intimidating, and can easily fit into your daily routine. One of the most important things to remember is that transformation is not about perfection. It's about progress. If you aim for perfection from the beginning, you're likely to feel discouraged and give up when things don't go as planned. Instead, focus on progress. Make small improvements that are sustainable and maintainable. Over time, you'll notice that these small steps are leading you toward the bigger, more meaningful goals you set for yourself. Whether it's adopting a new habit, improving a skill, or changing an aspect of your mindset, the key is consistency. Consistent small actions will eventually lead to big results. Another powerful aspect of small changes is that they help build momentum. When you see the positive results of your small actions, it motivates you to continue. For example, imagine you start by reading just 10 pages of a book every day. In a week, that's 70 pages read. In a month, that's over 300 pages. By the end of 6 months, you could have read several books that increase your knowledge and personal growth. As you notice the progress, your confidence grows, and you become more motivated to keep making these small changes. The key is to start with something small and easy to integrate into your day, and then build on that momentum. Once you experience the benefits of a small change, you'll naturally want to add more positive habits into your routine. Small changes also make it easier to maintain discipline and stay on track. When you commit to a smaller goal, like working out for just 20 minutes a day, it's much easier to follow through than committing to a drastic overhaul of your entire routine. Small, consistent changes are not only less daunting, but also more sustainable. They allow you to stay focused without feeling overwhelmed by the demands of a larger, more intimidating goal. By focusing on small daily actions, you ensure that you are always moving forward, even on days when motivation is low. The power of small changes is also evident in the way they shape your identity over time. As you consistently make positive choices, you begin to see yourself as the type of person who takes action, improves, and grows. These small daily decisions become part of who you are, and over time they completely reshape your mindset and your life. You begin to realize that transformation doesn't require a drastic shift. It's the result of small, intentional changes made consistently over time. Ultimately, the power of small changes is the key to sustainable transformation. They may seem insignificant on their own, but over 6 months they create profound results. Focus on consistent, manageable steps, and trust that your small actions will add up to big results. As you build momentum, you'll find yourself not only achieving your goals, but also developing the habits and mindset that will sustain your success long after the 6 months are over. Number 7, goal setting and aiming higher. One of the most crucial aspects of your 6-month transformation is setting goals that not only challenge you, but also scare you just a little. If your goals don't stretch you out of your comfort zone, they are unlikely to lead to significant growth. Goals are powerful tools that help you focus your energy and actions toward a desired outcome. However, it's important to understand that your goals should be more than just a list of things you hope to achieve. They should push you to become a better version of yourself. The process of setting high standards for yourself forces you to think bigger and bolder, and it propels you into action, even when doubt or fear creeps in. When setting your 6-month goals, start by thinking about what truly excites you. What do you want to accomplish that feels ambitious, even impossible? These goals should be meaningful and aligned with your long-term vision for your life. For instance, instead of setting a goal like, I want to improve my health, set a specific goal like, I want to lose 15 pounds and run a 5K without stopping. By setting a clear and measurable goal, you make it easier to track progress and stay motivated. Break down larger goals into smaller, actionable steps that you can take every day. Each small step you take brings you closer to your desired outcome, and before you know it, you will have made remarkable progress. One of the most powerful methods of goal setting is making sure your goals are SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Being specific with your goals helps you define exactly what you want to achieve. Instead of vague goals like, I want to be successful, define what success looks like to you and what steps you need to take to get there. Make sure your goals are measurable so you can track progress. For example, I want to increase my income by 25% is measurable, unlike I want to make more money. The achievable part of SMART goals ensures that your goals are realistic and within reach, but still require you to push your boundaries. Setting goals that are too easy won't motivate you to strive for excellence. At the same time, make sure they are relevant to your larger life purpose or mission. Finally, set a time frame for when you want to achieve your goals. A 6-month window is a perfect time to make significant strides. But knowing your deadline adds urgency and helps you maintain focus. The next step in goal setting is breaking your larger goals into daily, actionable tasks. This is where the magic happens. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the big picture, but when you focus on what you can do today, everything becomes more manageable. For example, if your goal is to write a book in 6 months, instead of thinking about the entire manuscript, break it down into chapters or even daily word count targets. If your goal is to improve your fitness, set daily targets such as running for 20 minutes, lifting weights, or eating a balanced meal. The key to achieving big goals is making them feel small and attainable through daily action. While setting goals is important, it's also vital to aim higher than you think possible. The most successful people aren't just those who set achievable goals. They're the ones who set stretch goals, goals that inspire them to grow and challenge their limits. When you aim higher, you push yourself to go beyond what you thought was possible. These types of goals help you break through barriers and unlock potential you may not have realized you had. Aiming higher doesn't mean setting unrealistic goals, but rather expanding your vision and striving for greatness even when you feel uncertain. Lastly, don't be afraid to revisit and adjust your goals if necessary. Sometimes as you progress, you'll realize that your original goals need tweaking. This is part of the growth process. Flexibility is key in goal setting. It's okay to adjust your approach or redefine your goals as you learn more about yourself and your capacity. The important thing is to keep moving forward with a clear purpose and a commitment to your long-term vision. Goal setting is not just about achieving a destination. It's about who you become in the process. By setting high, meaningful goals that challenge you, you push yourself to grow, overcome obstacles, and reach new heights. In the next 6 months, your goals will be the compass that guides your journey and the driving force behind your transformation. Embrace them, break them down into actionable steps, and never stop aiming higher. Number 8, creating supportive surroundings. The environment you create around yourself plays a vital role in your ability to achieve success. A supportive environment, both physically and mentally, can make all the difference when it comes to staying focused, motivated, and on track toward your goals. If you want to transform your life over the next 6 months, it's essential to design surroundings that not only support your aspirations, but also inspire and energize you. Surroundings are not just limited to the people you interact with, but also the spaces you inhabit and the information you consume. Everything in your environment affects your mood, mindset, and productivity. When you surround yourself with positive influences, you naturally perform at a higher level. Start with your physical environment. Your workspace, home, and any area where you spend a significant amount of time should be aligned with your goals. A cluttered or chaotic environment can cause unnecessary stress, hinder creativity, and create distractions. On the other hand, a clean, organized, and inviting space can help you feel more relaxed, focused, and motivated to take action. Whether it's a tidy desk that allows you to work efficiently, a peaceful space for meditation and reflection, or an area dedicated to exercise, each part of your physical surroundings should be intentionally designed to support the activities that bring you closer to your goals. For example, if you want to improve your health, setting up a workout space in your home with the equipment you need, or simply ensuring that your environment is conducive to healthy habits, will make it easier to stick to your routine. Beyond the physical space, your mental environment is equally crucial. This involves the thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that influence your actions. If your mental environment is filled with negativity, doubt, or fear, it becomes almost impossible to make progress. To create a supportive mental environment, you need to consciously feed your mind with positive, empowering thoughts. One way to do this is by practicing affirmations and visualizations. Affirmations are powerful statements that reinforce positive beliefs and can help shift your mindset. Visualizing your success regularly allows you to picture the end result of your efforts, making your goals feel more attainable. By filling your mind with positive thoughts, you create a fertile ground for growth, success, and resilience. Another aspect of your supportive surroundings is the people you surround yourself with. Your social circle has a profound influence on your mindset and your success. It's important to engage with individuals who share similar values and ambitions, or who inspire you to grow. These are the people who will cheer you on, hold you accountable, and challenge you to become the best version of yourself. On the other hand, it's equally important to distance yourself from individuals who drain your energy or fill your life with negativity. The energy of the people around you, can either fuel your progress or hinder it. So be intentional about the company you keep. Seek out mentors, like-minded peers, or even online communities that offer support, encouragement, and inspiration. Furthermore, your daily habits and routines are an extension of your environment. The habits you cultivate and the routines you establish will shape your overall experience. If you begin each day with a consistent morning routine that sets a positive tone for the rest of your day, you will be more likely to stay focused and productive. Whether it's reading, exercising, journaling, or setting intentions, creating a routine that aligns with your goals helps to cement positive habits that support your transformation. On the flip side, if you are constantly distracted by bad habits or unproductive routines, your progress will be slow and inconsistent. In today's world, the information you consume also plays a critical role in shaping your environment. The books you read, the podcasts you listen to, and the online content you engage with all contribute to the way you think and act. Fill your mind with knowledge, inspiration, and strategies that align with your goals. Limit exposure to media or content that distracts you or fosters negativity. By curating the content you consume, you ensure that your mental environment is filled with valuable, goal-supporting information that keeps you on track. Creating supportive surroundings is not just about making external changes, but also about aligning your internal state with your goals. A supportive environment encourages productivity, fosters positive habits, and helps you maintain focus during times of challenge. As you move forward with your 6-month plan, ensure that every aspect of your environment, physical, mental, social, and informational, supports and nourishes the transformation you seek. By designing your surroundings with intention, you'll set yourself up for success, allowing you to stay committed and make significant strides toward your goals. Number 9, raising standards, aiming for excellence. One of the most powerful actions you can take in your 6-month transformation is to raise your personal standards. Your standards define how you show up in the world, how you approach challenges, and what you expect from yourself and others. If you continue to operate at a low standard, you will never achieve extraordinary results. However, when you raise your standards, you elevate your life to a higher level of performance and success. Excellence doesn't happen by chance. It's a choice. By choosing to aim for excellence in everything you do, you unlock your full potential and open the door to greater accomplishments and personal growth. Raising your standards begins with recognizing where you've been settling in your life. Are there areas where you've been accepting mediocrity? Have you been making excuses for not giving your best effort? The first step in raising your standards is to become aware of these patterns. For example, if you're not consistently working toward your health goals, it might be because you've accepted unhealthy habits as normal. If you're not giving your best effort at work, it might be because you've allowed distractions or a lack of motivation to take over. Recognizing these habits is the first step in making a change. Once you identify where you've been settling for less than your best, commit to doing better. This doesn't mean perfection. It means doing the best you can with what you have and continuously striving to improve. Raising your standards is about making a decision to be exceptional no matter what. It's about holding yourself to a higher level of accountability and setting a higher bar for yourself in every area of your life. This means showing up with your full potential in mind, whether you're working on a project, engaging with others, or taking care of your body. It means putting in the effort even when it's not easy and never settling for good enough. Excellence is not reserved for the lucky or the naturally gifted. It's available to anyone who is willing to commit to the highest standards of themselves. It's about developing the discipline to keep improving, even when progress feels slow. One key to raising your standards is to align your actions with your values. When your actions reflect your highest values, you will feel a sense of integrity and fulfillment. Ask yourself, what do I stand for? What qualities do I want to embody? Whether it's being honest, disciplined, compassionate, or focused, your standards should reflect the qualities you value most. When you make these values the foundation of your actions, you naturally rise to a higher level of performance. For instance, if you value health, your standard would be to exercise regularly, eat nutritious foods, and prioritize sleep. If you value learning, your standard would be to seek out opportunities for growth, whether it's reading books, taking courses, or learning new skills. Your standards are the measuring stick by which you gauge your actions and make decisions that move you closer to your goals. As you raise your standards, you'll begin to notice how your life starts to shift. When you expect more from yourself, you stop accepting the behaviors and habits that don't serve your goals. You start showing up with more focus, determination, and commitment. People around you will also begin to notice the change. As your standards rise, you'll naturally attract people and opportunities that align with your elevated expectations. This process is about setting a high bar for yourself and holding yourself accountable to reach it. The more you practice this mindset, the more you will see your results improve. It's important to note that this process isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. Even if you don't reach every goal immediately, by continually raising your standards, you will make steady progress toward excellence. In your 6-month journey, raising your standards will propel you to new heights. It's about making a conscious choice to commit to excellence in every area of your life. When you choose to elevate your standards, you raise the quality of everything you do, your work, your relationships, your health, and your mindset. And as you do, you'll find that you're not only achieving more, but becoming the best version of yourself. Aim for excellence, and you will see your life transform in ways you never thought possible. Number 10, shaping your daily habits. Your daily habits are the foundation of your success. The small actions you take every day, even if they seem insignificant at the time, add up over time and ultimately determine the course of your life. If you want to transform your life in 6 months, shaping your daily habits is one of the most crucial steps you can take. Habits are powerful because they work on autopilot, allowing you to perform tasks and make decisions without having to think about them consciously. By establishing positive habits that align with your goals, you will create a structure in your life that propels you towards success without the constant need for willpower or motivation. The first step in shaping your daily habits is to identify which habits are already supporting your goals and which ones are hindering your progress. Take a moment to reflect on your current routine. What actions do you consistently take that bring you closer to your goals? What habits are holding you back or causing unnecessary stress? Identifying both the positive and negative habits is essential because it gives you the awareness you need to make meaningful changes. For example, if you want to improve your physical fitness, but find yourself spending too much time watching TV or eating junk food, these habits need to be addressed. Similarly, if you consistently wake up early and stick to a workout routine, you are already engaging in habits that are moving you closer to your goals. The key is to consciously decide which habits you want to reinforce and which ones you need to replace. Once you've identified the habits that need to change, the next step is to focus on building new, positive habits. The best way to do this is by starting small. Trying to overhaul your entire routine overnight can lead to burnout and frustration. Instead, focus on one habit at a time and make it a non-negotiable part of your day. For example, if your goal is to read more, start by committing to reading just 10 pages every morning. This small action is easy to integrate into your routine and doesn't feel overwhelming. As you build consistency, you can gradually increase your reading goal. The key is consistency, not perfection. Small, consistent actions taken every day lead to lasting change. Another important aspect of shaping your habits is creating a morning and evening routine. These are the bookends of your day, and they set the tone for everything in between. A morning routine is essential because it allows you to start your day with purpose and intention. Whether it's through meditation, exercise, journaling, or simply planning your day, a well-crafted morning routine helps you focus and prepare mentally for the challenges ahead. Similarly, an evening routine helps you wind down, reflect on your day, and set yourself up for a restful night's sleep. This habit of reflection can also include journaling about what you accomplished, what you learned, and what you can improve on the following day. When your morning and evening routines are aligned with your goals, you begin and end each day with a sense of accomplishment and clarity. Creating new habits is also about overcoming resistance. The first few weeks of building a new habit can be the hardest because your mind and body are accustomed to the old ways of doing things. You might face internal resistance like the urge to skip a workout or postpone a task. This is completely normal, but it's important to push through that resistance. Remember that habits are formed through repetition and consistency. If you commit to showing up every day, even when it's hard, you will start to notice that the new habit becomes second nature over time. The key is to make the process as simple and enjoyable as possible, so you are more likely to stick with it. Finally, track your progress. Monitoring your habits on a daily basis provides you with feedback and motivation. You can use a habit tracker or journal to mark off each day you successfully complete your desired actions. This visual progress reinforces the positive behavior and keeps you on track. As you see the results of your efforts stacking up, you'll feel more motivated to continue. Shaping your daily habits is one of the most powerful tools for achieving your 6-month transformation. By focusing on small, consistent actions and reinforcing positive habits, you create a structure that supports your goals. Whether it's through a morning routine, overcoming resistance, or tracking your progress, the key to lasting success is making your habits work for you. As you build and reinforce positive habits, you'll notice a shift in your life. These daily actions will gradually compound, leading you to the transformation you desire. Number 11. Keeping yourself on track. Staying on track throughout your 6-month transformation is crucial for maintaining momentum and ensuring that you achieve your goals. While the initial excitement of setting goals and starting your journey may feel motivating, the real challenge comes when the novelty wears off and the obstacles begin to arise. This is when it becomes vital to have strategies in place to keep yourself accountable and stay committed to your vision. Keeping yourself on track requires consistency, discipline, and the ability to push through moments of doubt. Without accountability, it's easy to fall off course. But when you build structures that hold you accountable, you increase your chances of success and make it easier to stay focused. One of the most effective ways to keep yourself on track is by finding an accountability partner or joining a mastermind group. An accountability partner is someone who holds you responsible for your actions and goals. This person can check in with you regularly, offer encouragement, and provide honest feedback when you need it most. Accountability partners are incredibly valuable because they keep you accountable not only to your goals but also to your word. Having someone who expects you to follow through creates a sense of responsibility and urgency. Knowing that someone is counting on you can motivate you to stay on task and keep pushing forward even on days when you're feeling uninspired. Whether it's a friend, family member, or colleague, choose someone who is supportive, reliable, and willing to provide constructive criticism when necessary. Their encouragement and honesty can keep you grounded and focused. If you can't find an accountability partner, consider joining a mastermind group. A mastermind group is a collective of like-minded individuals who meet regularly to support each other, share insights, and hold each other accountable for their personal and professional growth. Being part of a mastermind group is beneficial because it not only helps you stay accountable, but also exposes you to different perspectives and ideas that can fuel your progress. The group setting allows for open discussion, the exchange of resources, and the opportunity to learn from others who are on a similar journey. Knowing that you are part of a community of people who share your goals can keep you motivated and provide the necessary encouragement to keep going. In addition to external accountability, it's important to develop internal accountability. This means being responsible for your own actions and maintaining self-discipline even when no one is watching. Internal accountability is rooted in a strong sense of commitment and self-respect. It requires developing habits that reinforce your commitment to your goals. For example, if you've committed to exercising every day, make it a non-negotiable part of your routine, no matter how tired or busy you are. Similarly, if your goal is to read more, prioritize reading over other distractions. Internal accountability comes from aligning your actions with your values and taking full ownership of your journey. When you're internally accountable, you no longer rely on external pressure to keep you motivated. You push yourself because you know it's the right thing to do. Another important aspect of staying on track is regularly tracking your progress. Without monitoring how far you've come, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture and become disheartened by slow progress. Tracking allows you to celebrate small wins and acknowledge the progress you've made, even if it's incremental. Whether you keep a daily journal, use a habit tracker, or set weekly check-ins, tracking provides tangible proof that you're moving forward. It also offers a chance to reflect on what's working and what needs improvement. If you find that you're not making the progress you want, tracking helps you identify areas where you might need to adjust your approach or focus your energy. Lastly, make sure to stay flexible. Sometimes, life throws unexpected challenges your way, and you may need to adjust your goals or timeline. Flexibility doesn't mean giving up. It means adapting to change without losing sight of your ultimate vision. If something isn't working, don't be afraid to reassess your approach. Staying on track doesn't require rigid perfection. It's about staying committed to the process and being willing to pivot when necessary. Keeping yourself on track is about accountability, self-discipline, progress tracking, and flexibility. By incorporating these strategies into your daily routine, you can maintain your focus, stay motivated, and overcome challenges along the way. With the right support systems in place and a commitment to staying disciplined, you'll be well on your way to achieving your goals and transforming your life over the next 6 months. Number 12, prioritizing what matters. In the journey of transformation, especially over a defined period like 6 months. One of the key factors that will determine your success is the ability to prioritize what truly matters. Life is filled with distractions, and it's easy to get caught up in tasks, people, or activities that don't contribute meaningfully to your goals. If you want to make real progress, you must become intentional about where you invest your time, energy, and focus. This means making conscious decisions every day about what takes priority and eliminating or minimizing the things that don't serve your larger purpose. The first step in prioritizing what matters is identifying your most important tasks or goals. These are the activities that will move you closest to your desired transformation. Take a moment to reflect on your 6-month plan. What are the key actions that will have the greatest impact on your progress? Whether it's a professional milestone, improving your health, or cultivating a meaningful relationship, your most important tasks are those that align directly with your goals. Once you identify them, make sure these tasks take precedence over everything else. Avoid getting distracted by activities that feel urgent but are not truly important. The goal is to focus your efforts on what will bring the highest return and contribute the most to your personal growth. A great way to ensure you prioritize effectively is by practicing the principle of 80-20ths, also known as the Pareto principle. This principle states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. In practical terms, this means that a small number of tasks will have the most significant impact on your life. By focusing on these high-leverage activities, you avoid wasting time on less impactful or unnecessary tasks. For instance, if your goal is to grow your business, spending time networking or learning new skills might be more impactful than getting caught up in non-essential administrative tasks. By identifying the 20% of tasks that produce the most significant outcomes, you ensure that you are always working on the right things. Another key aspect of prioritizing what matters is setting boundaries. Often we overcommit ourselves and say yes to everything, thinking we need to please others or do it all. However, this can lead to burnout and distraction from what truly matters. Learn to say no to things that drain your energy or take time away from your priorities. This could mean setting clear boundaries with work, social obligations, or even family commitments that don't align with your transformation goals. Setting boundaries allows you to preserve your time and energy for the activities and relationships that will help you grow. Time management plays a significant role in prioritizing. It's important to allocate time to your most important activities and protect that time as sacred. Scheduling your tasks, blocking out time for focused work, and avoiding multitasking can help ensure that your day is spent on what matters. The simple act of planning ahead and being mindful of how you use your time can make a massive difference in staying focused and productive. Lastly, remember that prioritizing what matters isn't about being perfect or doing everything. It's about making conscious, intentional choices that align with your long-term goals and vision. Stay mindful of what truly adds value to your life and focus on those things with laser-like attention. By committing to this process, you'll find yourself making steady progress toward your goals and transforming your life in ways you never imagined. Prioritizing what matters ensures that every step you take is aligned with your purpose, allowing you to maximize your potential over the next 6 months. Number 13, recognizing progress. Recognizing your progress is one of the most powerful ways to maintain motivation and stay focused on your goals throughout your 6-month transformation. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that success should come quickly or that the results should be immediately visible. But true growth often happens in small increments. The key is to celebrate and acknowledge the progress you make along the way, no matter how small it might seem. Recognizing your progress not only boosts your confidence, but also fuels your desire to keep going. When you take the time to reflect on how far you've come, you gain perspective and see that every action you take is moving you closer to your desired outcome. The first step in recognizing progress is to create measurable milestones that allow you to track your journey. This could be anything from completing a specific number of tasks, hitting fitness targets, or reaching certain financial goals. By setting clear benchmarks, you create a roadmap that guides your progress and gives you something tangible to track. When you reach these milestones, take a moment to acknowledge your accomplishment. Celebrate it, no matter how small it may seem. This helps reinforce the positive behavior and reminds you that your hard work is paying off. In addition to measurable milestones, it's important to recognize the intangible progress you make along the way. Transformation is not always about visible outcomes. It's often about shifts in your mindset, growth in your habits, and the development of new skills. For example, you might not see dramatic changes in your appearance after a few weeks of consistent exercise, but you may notice increased energy levels, improved mood, or a greater sense of discipline. These subtle changes are just as important as the more obvious results. When you acknowledge these internal transformations, you build self-awareness and understand that growth takes many forms. Another way to recognize progress is by keeping a journal or log of your journey. Writing down your thoughts, achievements, and challenges provides you with a record of your growth. When you look back on your journal, you'll see how much you've evolved, even if it didn't feel like a huge leap at the time. Journaling also helps you reflect on what worked, what didn't, and what you can adjust moving forward. By looking at the bigger picture and tracking your actions over time, you can recognize patterns and see how small, consistent steps lead to long-term success. Also, take time to compare where you are now with where you were when you started your transformation. Sometimes it's easy to feel like you haven't made much progress, but when you look back, you may be surprised at how far you've come. Whether it's improving your physical fitness, enhancing your career skills, or adopting a healthier mindset, acknowledging the small victories and improvements gives you the confidence to continue working toward your next goal. Lastly, use the progress you've made as motivation to keep moving forward. Celebrating your progress doesn't mean stopping. It means recognizing the effort you've put in and using that as fuel to push even harder. When you see how far you've come, it becomes easier to believe in your ability to keep moving forward and reach the next milestone. Progress is a journey, not a destination, and recognizing the steps you've taken will keep you inspired and motivated throughout your transformation. Number 14. Adding value to others. One of the most fulfilling and transformative actions you can take during your 6-month journey is to focus on adding value to others. While personal growth and self-improvement are essential components of transformation, contributing to the lives of others amplifies your sense of purpose and accelerates your own progress. When you add value to others, you not only improve their lives, but also deepen your connection to your community and the world around you. The act of giving, whether through knowledge, support, kindness, or resources, creates a ripple effect that benefits everyone involved. As you continue to transform yourself, remember that helping others is a key part of the process. Adding value to others starts with the simple idea of being generous with your time, expertise, and resources. If you have knowledge or skills that can help someone else, share them. Whether it's mentoring a colleague, offering advice to a friend, or simply providing a listening ear, every act of kindness creates a positive impact. By helping others, you not only make a difference in their lives, but also reinforce the qualities of empathy, compassion, and generosity in yourself. These values align closely with personal growth, and by living them, you become a more well-rounded and fulfilled individual. In addition to providing tangible help, adding value can also mean offering emotional support. In a world that can sometimes feel isolating, being there for others when they need it most can be incredibly powerful. Whether it's offering words of encouragement to someone facing a challenge or showing appreciation for their efforts, your support can boost their confidence and inspire them to keep moving forward. This positive energy not only strengthens relationships, but also reinforces your own sense of purpose. As you help others, you remind yourself of the importance of community and connection, which are crucial aspects of personal growth. Adding value to others also involves focusing on making a positive contribution to your environment or the world at large. This could mean engaging in acts of service, volunteering, or simply being mindful of how your actions impact those around you. By choosing to contribute in meaningful ways, you create a legacy of kindness and generosity that extends far beyond your immediate circle. Whether it's helping a stranger or contributing to a larger cause, the act of adding value to others helps create a more supportive, compassionate world. Moreover, adding value to others can directly benefit your own growth. When you focus on helping others, you shift your attention away from self-doubt and fear, which often hold you back from achieving your goals. The act of giving not only boosts your own confidence, but also creates a sense of fulfillment and purpose. It reminds you that success isn't just about what you achieve for yourself, but also about the impact you make on the lives of those around you. The more you contribute, the more you realize that true fulfillment comes from making a difference in others' lives. As you continue on your 6-month transformation journey, remember that adding value to others is not only a way to help those around you, but also a way to enhance your own growth. By investing in others, you invest in yourself. Each act of kindness, each word of encouragement, and each opportunity to serve contributes to the positive changes you seek in your own life. The more value you add to others, the more your own life will be enriched, leading to deeper connections, a greater sense of purpose, and an even more profound transformation. Number 15. Taking swift action. One of the most important principles you can adopt in your 6-month transformation journey is the power of taking swift action. Often we find ourselves procrastinating, overthinking, or waiting for the perfect moment to begin. But the truth is, waiting for the perfect conditions rarely leads to success. Success is built through decisive action, even when circumstances are less than ideal. Taking swift action creates momentum, reduces the mental burden of uncertainty, and helps you overcome the fears or doubts that often prevent you from moving forward. The sooner you take action, the sooner you start seeing results, and the more empowered you feel to keep pushing toward your goals. The first step in taking swift action is overcoming the paralysis that comes from overthinking. It's easy to get caught up in the details, wondering if you're making the right decision or if things will work out. However, waiting for everything to be perfect often leads to inaction. Instead of waiting for the ideal conditions, focus on getting started. Even if your first step is small, it's still progress. The act of starting breaks the cycle of doubt and provides clarity. The more you act, the more you learn, and the more you adjust along the way. Perfection is rarely attainable, but action is always possible. Once you take that first step, the next steps will become clearer, and you will continue to build momentum. Another key aspect of taking swift action is embracing imperfection. When you make a decision to act quickly, it doesn't mean you need to have everything figured out. In fact, taking action often reveals information that you wouldn't have known if you stayed in the planning phase. Mistakes and failures are part of the process, and they provide valuable feedback. When you take swift action, you are essentially embracing the idea of learning through doing. You don't need to wait until you have all the answers. Start with what you know and refine your approach as you go. This mindset of continuous improvement will propel you forward much faster than staying in the planning or thinking stage. Taking swift action also helps to overcome the fear of failure. Many people avoid taking action because they are afraid of making the wrong decision or failing. However, fear is often based on the unknown, and taking action helps to dispel that fear. When you take action, you start to gather real-world data that can inform your next steps. Even if you make a mistake, you gain valuable experience that moves you closer to your goal. Remember, failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the path to success. Every action, whether it's a success or a failure, brings you one step closer to the results you want to achieve. Moreover, taking swift action builds confidence. The more you act, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of making decisions and following through. This boosts your self-esteem and reinforces the belief that you are capable of achieving your goals. Each decision you make, each action you take, builds a foundation of trust in your abilities. The more you take swift action, the more you will feel in control of your journey, and the more empowered you will become to tackle even bigger challenges. Ultimately, the key to making progress in your 6-month transformation is to stop overthinking and start acting. Swift action creates momentum, breaks down fear, and accelerates your growth. When you take decisive action, you move from the realm of possibility to the realm of reality. You start building the life you desire, one decision and action at a time. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it by taking action now. Number 16, gratitude. Shaping your perspective. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools you can use to shape your mindset and enhance your transformation over the next 6 months. In the pursuit of growth, it's easy to become focused on what we lack or what we still need to achieve. We can become so consumed with our goals that we forget to appreciate where we are and the progress we've already made. Gratitude, however, shifts this focus. It helps you recognize the blessings, opportunities, and positive aspects of your life, no matter how small they may seem. Practicing gratitude is not just a feel-good activity. It's a transformative mindset that can positively impact every area of your life, from your relationships to your health to your career. The practice of gratitude begins with acknowledging what you already have. It's about taking a moment each day to reflect on the things in your life that are worth appreciating. These could be external things like supportive friends, good health, or a stable job, or internal qualities, such as your resilience, creativity, and ability to learn from challenges. Gratitude shifts your focus away from what's missing or what's going wrong, and instead brings your attention to the abundance already present in your life. This simple shift in perspective can drastically improve your emotional well-being, helping you feel more content, positive, and optimistic about the future. When you incorporate gratitude into your daily routine, it becomes a lens through which you view the world. Instead of seeing setbacks or obstacles as roadblocks, you begin to see them as opportunities for growth and learning. Gratitude helps you reframe challenges by viewing them through a more positive light. For example, if you encounter a setback in your fitness journey or career path, gratitude allows you to recognize the lessons in those experiences. It teaches you that failure isn't permanent and that every experience, good or bad, contributes to your growth and development. This shift in perspective is powerful because it not only fosters resilience, but also helps you maintain a positive, forward-thinking mindset, which is crucial when working toward long-term goals. Incorporating a gratitude practice into your daily life also helps to reduce stress and anxiety. When you focus on the things you're grateful for, you activate the body's relaxation response, which counters the fight or flight stress reaction. This helps lower cortisol levels, improve your mood, and create a sense of calm. When you cultivate an attitude of gratitude, you're less likely to get bogged down by the pressures of life. You become more grounded and better able to handle challenges without letting them derail your progress. One effective way to practice gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how simple they may seem. This practice encourages you to look for the positive aspects of each day, even during difficult times. By consistently recording what you're grateful for, you train your mind to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. Over time, this habit will become ingrained in your daily life, helping you maintain a more optimistic outlook even as you face the inevitable challenges that arise on your transformation journey. Lastly, practicing gratitude can strengthen your relationships and sense of connection with others. When you express gratitude toward the people in your life, whether it's through a simple thank you or a more heartfelt note, you deepen your bonds and foster a sense of appreciation and mutual respect. Gratitude reminds you that the people who support and encourage you are an essential part of your success. Gratitude is a practice that can transform your perspective, fueling your transformation and helping you stay focused, positive, and resilient over the next 6 months. By appreciating the present moment, acknowledging your growth, and shifting your focus toward the abundance in your life, you create a powerful foundation for success. Gratitude is not just a mindset, it's a way of living that enhances your well-being and makes your journey toward transformation more fulfilling and meaningful. As you embark on your 6-month journey of transformation, remember that success is not a single moment or event, but a series of intentional decisions, actions, and mindset shifts. The process of change is gradual, but by committing to the principles outlined in this plan, you are setting yourself up for lasting growth and achievement. From defining clear goals and taking swift action to raising your standards and cultivating gratitude, each step builds upon the other, creating a powerful foundation for success. The next 6 months will challenge you, but they will also reveal your strength, resilience, and potential in ways you never imagined. You will encounter obstacles, face setbacks, and experience moments of doubt, but these are not signs of failure. They are opportunities for growth and learning. With each small step you take, you will move closer to the life you envision, and by recognizing your progress, you will fuel the motivation to continue. Remember that transformation is not a destination but a journey. Embrace the process, trust yourself, and know that you have the power to shape your future. This journey is yours to design, and every decision you make is an opportunity to create the life you desire. The next 6 months are your chance to take bold, decisive action and make meaningful progress toward your goals. Stay focused, stay committed, and above all, take the first step today. Your transformation begins now.